Hi, Katie. I'm Sierra. I'm ET support at the Columbus General Office. I've been at MPPD for 5 years, and I just have some questions for you about the Centralized Customer Care Center. I'm going to have you start by introducing yourself and tell me what you do.
Sure. So I am Katie Donner. I'm the Contact Center Team Leader here at the C4, or Centralized Customer Care Center in Norfolk, and I've been with the district for nearly 4 years.
Okay, well, nice to meet you, and thanks for letting me come up and ask you some questions. Let's start off with the day in the life of a customer care worker and what they do and the kind of calls that are coming in.
So that varies. Every day is different. It could vary depending on the day of the week, the season, the weather. So if it is a college move-in, move-out time frame, we're super busy with move-in and move-out requests. If it is summer, irrigation season is big for us, so we might be getting questions around load control or if they can have an early release. And obviously if there's weather, we're heavily driven with outages, or it could be all three, you never know.
Right.
I do want to reiterate that our team here does so much more than just take phone calls. So we also have a web portal that our team is responding to requests that are submitted through customers from that. And then on the website, it has a customer service email, and our team is also handling that. So way more than just phone calls.
Yes, you guys do a lot. So on that note, how many employees do you have, and do you have somebody staffed 24/7 to take some of those phone calls?
Right. So our team is a bit unique here in the last few years. Historically, you had to be in Norfolk at the C4 to do this functionality. Thanks to technology, that is no longer the case. So we have a team of about 50 that are located throughout the state. And yes, we always have someone here who is able to respond to things 24/7 if need be.
Yeah, yep. So you touched on weather earlier, that can sometimes bring in different types of calls or more calls, things like that. Explain what a day looks like or a night looks like for you guys when we just had the blizzard at the end of March here. What does that look like for you guys? What kind of calls are you getting, and what are you doing with those?
So that was a crazy event, and way different than our typical outage, which may only last for a few hours or maybe even a day. That one seemed to stretch on for some of our public power partners that we were assisting with for almost a week. So that Wednesday was our second busiest call taking day of the last 15 years, and that Thursday was our 15th busiest. So crazy volume in terms of what we were used to. I am super proud of our team, as well as the rest of the leadership team, for pulling together and accomplishing what we accomplished. The team worked some crazy hours. We had some rotating schedules to make sure that we had adequate coverage. Everyone that was able to help with calls was helping with calls. It was truly it took everybody to make all that happen.
Yeah, I can only imagine. And the teamwork and the keeping your teammates sane and keeping things from being so hectic. So I understand that you guys take some calls from some of our wholesale customers. How frequently does that occur? How many of those customers are you interacting with, and what do you do with those calls when they come in?
So we take calls for 25 different entities beyond MPPD. We're getting ready to add number 26. The majority of them are wholesale partners, but we do have some that are not. For the most part, we take their customer calls once their local offices are closed for the day, as well as the weekends or holidays. There are occasions that they ask us to have them if they might have a safety meeting, where we'll have their calls during non-typical hours. For every call that we take for our public power partners, that results in a ticket. So those tickets then have actions that are attached to them. So our dispatch team might have to dispatch out their technicians to go work on an outage or other service requests that may come through. If it's customer service related, we'll make a ticket, and then their local office will have that to follow up on the next day.
Yep. So you guys are really playing quarterback is kind of what you're doing there.
In an essence, yes.
Yeah. Which leads me into the next thing. Do you have a specific event that you can think of one employee that has gone above and beyond for a customer, and what did they do?
That's a hard question. I like to think that our team provides world-class customer service, and we're always going above and beyond for the customers, just being patient, listening to them, and truly understanding their needs, their wants, their asks before taking action on anything. I mean, we'll help them dig in if they call in and they have a high bill and they want to understand what's going on. So we'll try to work with them on understanding their year-over-year usage, how does that compare to what they used last year, troubleshooting with them as much as we can, and then knowing that we can always pull in our energy efficiency team to assist with things. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to think of one prime example because I feel like that's what we just do day in and day out.
Provide top-notch customer service, and I mean, that's what your team's here for. So explain to me how, before the C4 was introduced, how MPPD was taking these calls and what they were doing with them. Maybe a little bit of history on some of this.
Sure. So prior to the C4 opening, each of our local customer service offices had a regional number where customers from that area could call in for their various needs. After hours, those calls would roll to one of our control centers, and they would take the calls after hours. That kind of got to be a bit of a juggling act when there was outages, trying to handle all the customer volume on top of their normal responsibilities, which is, I think, the catalyst for why the C4 was created.
Yeah, that makes sense. And with the C4 being here, everything's more centralized. And yeah, I understand also that you guys previously, maybe toward the end of last year, hit a milestone and are getting ready to hit another one. Can you talk a little bit about those for me?
Yeah, so in early November of last year, we hit our 5 millionth call that we've taken at the C4. And then here in a couple weeks, we're actually going to be celebrating our 25th anniversary of the Centralized Customer Care Center opening in Norfolk.
How exciting. Are you guys going to do anything fun for that, or what do you?
Yeah, so we're pulling the team together to celebrate. Retirees are coming back, former employees who are still with the district but maybe in another position are coming back, and then just celebrating with the Norfolk area.
How fun. That'll be a good celebration for you guys and much deserved. Well, I know, like I said, that you guys often play quarterback on some of the things that the rest of the district does, and our linemen get a lot of the recognition for outages and getting things back up and running. But on behalf of the rest of the MPPD team and all MPPD employees, I want to thank you and your team, because like I said, I know you do a lot of that intercepting to get the calls where they need to go and get the right people working on the right situation. So thank you, and congratulations on the 25 years, and good luck to you and your team.
Thanks.